Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. Today I just want to run you through an introduction into joining us as a self-employed estate agent. The estate agency industry in the UK is changing quite dramatically. It's a long way behind the rest of the world where the self-employed model is the norm. Under the self-employed model, agents have a vested interest to look after the clients. The clients get a much better service. They deal with one agent from start to finish, and the agent themselves is the brand. The agent themselves builds up a reputation, recommendations, and therefore everything that they do and their reputation is paramount. In the UK, the main part of the industry is in the hands of national chains that basically stack them high, leave them dry. The brand comes first. The agents are in the background as worker ants, and they're not even really known. Each time the people call or through each stage of the process, they will deal with somebody different, which is not the same as having a self-employed agent who will be with them from start to finish. So what is our model and what makes it so special? We offer a 50-50 partnership. There's absolutely no upfront cost to yourselves. We will take you through all the training from start to finish. And what is more important about our model as opposed to others out there, because there are several companies out there that do offer the self-employed model, Keller Williams, Remax, Fine and Country, to name a few. They constantly recruit, but they will not grant you the right to a particular area that you can call your own. So you may live in a particular postcode, it could be MK1. You may spend weeks or months prospecting that area, building up your reputation and sowing the seeds for business in the future. And as that business begins to come through, you may find that they've taken other agents who also have the right to prospect in your area, and the attitude of the companies is sorted out amongst yourselves. We disagree with that. We feel that agents should have a postcode area that is theirs, that only they can prospect. Anything that comes through in that postcode area, if it comes through directly to us, will be relayed immediately to the particular agent in that area. However, there is an exception to this for the sake of fairness, because of social media and the way that it works. With social media, obviously, it is not geographic, and as you become more and more prominent on social media, which is what we would expect you to do, people from different areas may take a liking to you, may make contact with you, may ask you for help, advice, whatever the case may be. And if somebody in a different postcode does reach out to you and they want you to represent them, if they have come directly to you via social media, then you are allowed to take that property, albeit that it's in a different area. But that works both ways. Obviously, that's vice versa. If somebody in an area you work makes contact with another agent in a different area and asks them directly to represent them, then they can take that property, but only you can prospect in your area, and that applies to all agents. Why is this important? Because this is not a business where you actually get instant results. It takes time. It's more like sowing the seeds of your success for the future each time you prospect, each time you post. And it can take weeks or months for this to reach fruition and for people to start to contact you. So we want our sales partners to know that they are devoting their time and their effort to actually build up goodwill that only they will benefit from. They will not build up goodwill that will benefit others. So as far as the training goes, what we'll cover, let me just share my screen here and I'll show you what we will go through, which will be this. Hopefully you can see this now. We will gradually cover everything on this training program. We do start off with the boring stuff, estate agency law, company policy, but once that's out the way, we then go into social media and personal branding. That has to come first because that's what you need to get going immediately to build up your brand. You need your business page, your Instagram profiles, you need to be working on LinkedIn. These things are of paramount importance because they will make or break you. Once you have actually worked your way down to this part and got as far as prospecting, at this point, we feel that you would be then ready to begin to prospect, to get yourself out there, because the next steps will be working on what you will face once you start to get results. And more often than not, the results won't be instant, although they can be. So we would like you to be ready to get going as soon as possible. So at this point here, if you feel ready, we feel ready, then hopefully you will be able to begin to start prospecting at this point. We will then work through everything required for market appraisals, and then we will cover listings and instructions, marketing your property, viewings, qualification and basic sales, taking offers and progressing the sales, then conveyancing and progression, completion, and then maintaining the momentum, which is basically, exploiting and capitalizing on the sale to hopefully generate more sales. And we'll cover that in detail further down the line. Now, there is a YouTube channel that we have, and there's a playlist on this, which I shall actually post. It's in the chat now, a link to it, and you can watch the videos, which are just brief videos that cover the things that I'm going to discuss. But firstly, I've covered what we do and how our business model works. But what about us as a company? Well, we feel that as a company, unlike existing companies where the company comes first and the agents come second, we feel it should be the other way around. In each area where our sales partners are, the agent comes first, they are the brand, they are the face that people will get to know. And we, the company, we are in the background. We are there for all of the administration. We are there to support you. We are there to offer you exposure, to help you along the way, and help you with continued learning. There are obviously quite a few different aspects that are required for you to succeed as a self-employed estate agent. We've had lots and lots of applications, and sometimes we've had applications from existing estate agents who have been in the business for many years and are doing quite well. And you would expect that they would be our most desired candidates, but not always. Most of the time, existing estate agents are very set in their ways, and they have succeeded at one part of the process, be it listing, be it negotiating, be it sales and progression. But to be a self-employed sales partner and to succeed, you need to be able to join up all the dots, because you are the person people will meet first at the door or make contact with first on social media. You are the person who will go out on a market appraisal. You will take on the property, market it, conduct the viewings, negotiate offers, and see the property through progression, through to exchange. So you are more than an agent. You are their personal concierge, because you are available to them 24/7 to hold their hand, metaphorically, which no other agent does. And for that, we charge no more. We're transparent with our fee structure. We are 1%. That's it. We don't go in higher and see if we can get away with it. And if we can't, we drop a bit. And if we can't, we drop a bit more, which other companies do. We are very, very clear. We're 1%. We are no more than the nationals, be it Countrywide, Connells, Taylors, but we offer our clients so much more. We'll also cover different aspects of actually prospecting and generating market appraisals. As a self-employed estate agent, generating market appraisals is of paramount importance. It's your lifeblood. You must have a constant stream of market appraisals, but not all market appraisals are the same. When a property first goes on the market, people normally call about three estate agents on average. That's official. And of the people who call out estate agents for evaluation, on average, only 75% of them will actually go on the market. That means that going to a new instruction, you have a 1 in 4 chance of winning that listing. But that listing might not be one under the best terms because you have competed with other agents who have probably overvalued the property intentionally to try to win the listing, meaning that quite often the sellers have an unrealistic expectation of what they will get for their property. They may have gone unrealistically low on commission, meaning that even 1% may not seem such a fantastic deal to them, even though there are others out there that charge 2 or 2.5%. And you're not certain how committed they are as sellers. Will you do a lot of work to get them on the market? And in a few weeks' time, will they decide that they're just going to change the kitchen and stay? And you've wasted your time. With properties that are already on the market, before you approach those properties, you know when they went on the market, how much they went on for, if they were reduced and by how much and when they were reduced. You know that they've been on the market all of this time. You know that they haven't sold, and you know that they want to sell because they've got a for sale board in front of their house. In that respect, we're very fortunate in this business because we know where our clients are. In other businesses, companies may need to prospect entire streets, neighborhoods, towns, just to get a handful of people who may be interested in their service or product. We know where our customers are because they're all on the market and for sale. And you know that these people want to sell. They've not had any luck selling, so they will be more realistic on price. They will be more realistic on marketing. They will understand that it is important for their property to be marketed properly. And also, they will at this point understand that the difference between selling their property or not selling it is not just being on the portals, because they are on the portals already. So changing to another agent who's just going to put them on the portal means they'll be exactly where they are with a different phone number. Why should that make any difference? This is where you must demonstrate how much effort you will make in marketing on social media, how you will do so, why it will attract different forms of buyers. On social media, you can present their property to people who are what we call passive buyers. Passive buyers are people who are not actively looking, so they wouldn't be looking on Rightmove because they're not actually thinking about moving, but they see a little video or a photo of a property appear in their feed in a sponsored ad. And the next thing they're inquiring, the next thing they're viewing, the next thing they're making an offer. And a lot of sales from social media come this way. I myself have found that social media is now bringing more business, both sellers and buyers, than the portals combined, to my mind, the portals are becoming increasingly insignificant. So let me just see who's with us today, and who else have we got? Okay, just want to also cover one or two other things first. If you have any questions in the meantime, please post them in the comments in the chat at any time, and I'm happy to respond to them. Now, going back to our training here. With prospecting, it should be approached in several different ways: face to face, video posts. Market updates are of paramount importance, because it's not just making a little video market update that will win you exposure. It is what you do with it. If you collate a few facts once a month, which we will show you how to get these figures together and how to present them. If you make a video market update once a month, that will demonstrate to people in your area that you are knowledgeable about property, and it gives you an opportunity to speak with authority. And that same market update, that is a video, you can also capture the audio and upload it as a podcast. You can actually save the text, and then you can post it as a blog post. So that one market update can be posted in several different ways. And this is of paramount importance. If you look on social media, especially on LinkedIn, and you watch a lot of the estate agents' videos, they are little more than how many viewings they've had, how many offers they've had, how many sales they've had. And quite frankly, people are not interested in that. But if you give people valuable information that is relevant, and when I say relevant, maybe some information that is relevant to the postcode you are in. This part of MK1 property has risen this much, as opposed to this part of MK1 where it has risen this much. And these are all things that we would like to convey to you, because in a few months' time, we would like you to be the best in your area. We would like you to be recognized locally as almost as a property guru. And that is how you will, in time, win a slow trickle of referrals. And when you add a trickle of referrals to the listings that you win by prospecting yourself, that will increase your income dramatically. We don't inflate your estimated income. There are companies out there that charge or claim to charge much higher commission fees. One of them in particular charges 2.5% or claims to. But I know for a fact that very, very few listings are won at anywhere near that. Most of them are between 1 and 1.5 at the most, but that company offers a lower commission. So it's actually not as much as it seems. The reason they present the 2.5% so much is because by inflating the anticipated commission, they're inflating the anticipated earnings of the sales partner, which I feel is a little unethical. You know the prices in your area. When you look at properties in your postcode area, wherever you are, and you look at the top 100 properties, I'm sure that you will see that there are normally quite a significant number of properties that are in excess of 500,000. And when you are aiming for these properties, it's not unrealistic to have an average sale value of between 800,000 and a million. At 1%, a million is a fee of 10,000, and 50% of that is 5,000. So I'm sure you can do the sums yourself on what you could potentially earn, but it doesn't happen by itself. Some of the larger larger chains use their large brand to give you the impression that you are joining a large brand and that the money will come your way much easier. But in actual fact, these large brands, they give you absolutely nothing. In fact, they take away from you because you give them hard work, exposure, and free marketing. And in return, when they feel ready, they take on extra people who will benefit from the work that you've done because they have a policy of just constantly recruiting. That's not what we want. We want our agents to be the best, to succeed, to earn a very, very good income, and to remain with us because they are looked after, they are safe in their area, and they have an ongoing business that they can work on their terms in their own hours, and that needs to be weighed up against the overheads and the risks and the hours involved of running your own business if you were to do it totally alone. As far as prospecting goes, we would say you choose 100 properties, the top 100 most expensive properties in your area, and you literally visit them in person once a month. That's 25 a week. 25 in a week is literally 2 or 3 leisurely afternoons. And we would say not to do it always at the same time. So if it were 3 times a week, we would say one morning, one afternoon, and maybe a Saturday or something like that so that you can catch people home. We're not a pressure sales company. You do not approach people to either criticize the other agent or pressure them to sell their property with you, or in fact ask anything from them. We always suggest that you actually approach them to give them information, a market update, some information about property. Maybe you could even ask them if they need help looking for their next property, and that you are very big on social media and you may have access to properties that are off market and won't even be on the portals. People do like that. And if you visit these people 2 or 3 times with the following month's market update or something new each time, these people by themselves will conclude that they're hearing from you more than they're hearing from their own agent. And that is how you actually build up your pipeline of instructions. The rest of the time, you can work it exactly how it suits you. So although invariably, as you get into the business and you become more enthusiastic, you will no doubt be devoting more time to your social media, your connections, and so on. It is always on your terms. If you want to be doing something on these days, but not on these days, provided you can always answer your phone, because a phone call could potentially be quite a lot of money, then you are free to work on your own terms and exactly where and when it suits you. So first step, when you join us, we require you to complete an application form. We'll actually arrange a one-to-one meeting and work out a program of getting you through your initial training. We will be conducting group training videos, Zoom meetings once a week, which is more so for us to discuss issues and exchange ideas and hopefully improve our training. And literally, we will do our utmost to make sure that you are prepared and that you have every opportunity of succeeding. I think that will cover everything. There's a link to the training channel, the playlist in the chat. If you let me know, I will send you the application form. And once I've received the application form, then we'll arrange a quick chat, and then we can work out our program, and then we can go from there. In the meantime, do I have any questions? No. Okay, I think I will actually close now, and hopefully I will speak to you soon. If you do have any questions, you can message or email me anytime, and I'll respond whether it's the weekend or not. And hopefully, I'll be hearing from you in the near future. Thank you. Bye bye.